Hello everyone, this is the last week of our course, week 8, and we are going to focus on explaining what a marketing plan is with the purpose of helping you understand how to write a successful marketing plan for an organization of your choice. Let me just outline the learning objectives for you real quick. Number one, we are going to identify the people responsible for creating marketing plans in organizations. Number two, understand the functions of a marketing plan and be able to write that marketing plan. Number three, list steps in the forecasting process. Identify types of forecasting methods and their advantages and disadvantages. Discuss the methods used to improve the accuracy of forecasts. And lastly, apply marketing planning processes to ongoing business settings. Identify the role of marketing audit. So, what are the marketing plan roles? This section discusses the people responsible for creating marketing plans in organizations. The following people may be involved in creating a marketing plan depending upon the size of the company: Chief Marketing Officer or CMO, specialists in some areas like engineering, manufacturing, and product testing, marketing analysts or people who examine competitors' financing and marketing performance, product or brand manager, and marketing researcher. Marketing professionals and other staff members worked as teams to prepare the plan, and marketing analysts are actually part of the CMO organization. The CMO of a business unit is likely to be responsible overall for the creation of the marketing plan. However, the CMO is generally assisted by marketing professionals of different rank and different titles. So they all work in a team and they are permanent members of the CMO staff. How should we go about writing a marketing plan? Marketing plans should always, as number one objective, identify customers' needs. Number two, evaluate whether the organization can meet those needs in some way that allows for a profit for the organization itself. Then develop a mission statement, strategy, and organization centered on these needs. More specifically, create offerings that are the result of meticulous market research and form operations and supply chains that advance the successful delivery of those offerings. As number four, pursue advertising, promotion, and public relations campaigns that lead to successful exchanges between the company and its customers. And last but not least, engage in meaningful communication with customers. Let's look at a proposed outline for the marketing plan. One of the most important components of the marketing plan is the executive summary. The summary should provide actually all the information your company's executives need to make a conscious decision without reading the rest of the plan. So if you imagine that you're a CMO of an organization and you are presenting the marketing plan in front of your board of directors or executives, you should have the most important objective of the plan, which should be measurable and achievable as part of your executive summary. That is, you should make that executive summary straightforward, numbers driven, and clear so that only by reading the executive summary or you presenting the executive summary, you can convince your executives to give you their support for the plan. Another component of the marketing plan is the business challenge. This is in fact a brief rationale for why the company should invest. How does the marketing plan further the mission of the organization? The third section is the so-called market section of the plan, with, which should focus on describing customers, competitors, other collaborative organizations, and the state of the market. It should also describe who will purchase the offering and why they will. It should also discuss the existing market conditions that will benefit or challenge the plan. Another focus of the marketing plan is the customers. The marketing plan should really show all the customer segmentation that needs to be done for the marketing campaigns to be successful. So you need to break the market into customer segments and describe each segment completely. You should be able to answer the questions. Who is the targeted market? Who will the target be, in other words? Then why will the target buy the offerings? What is their buying process? And which of their needs does the offering meet? We should also include in the discussion the market share and the sales goals for each segment. Then the focus should be on providing a company analysis. So company analysis meaning a situational analysis or SWOT analysis, as you already know. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And strengths and weaknesses are internal to the company, whereas opportunities and threats are external to the company. So factors that make for a better SWOT analysis are honesty, broadness, looking in the long term, and including multiple perspectives from different stakeholders in all areas of the firms. Actual or potential partners needed for plan success are the actual collaborators to the marketing plan, organizations in the value chain, either upstream or downstream, if we talk about the supply chain, right? So upstream are all the suppliers of raw materials, and downstream are the people who are responsible for marketing the products through the different channels. Other types of collaborators are partners that are necessary to co-create value. We should also take a very thorough look at the competition. It's very important to be aware of the competitors, who are the competitors, and what do they bring to the table. If you carefully evaluate your competitors, you will be able to come up with products or services that have a competitive advantage over the rest of the competitors. Also, you need to include a competitive analysis, more specifically financial statements of competitors, which are most probably available online. That is information that's publicly available. Then you should also evaluate the business climate. The business climate has different types of aspects. You can look at the political climate, whether you're dealing with political stability or political instability, the economic situation where there's an economic upturn or there is probably a recession. Also look at the cultural and social environment and the different technological advances that are happening right now in the marketplace. Your marketing strategy should include several aspects. First of all, you should focus very much on the offering, whether it's a product or service, and there's always a price associated with the product and service. Then you should develop a fully blown communication plan, how to communicate that offering to your prospective customers. And then lastly, how you distribute that offering. So the budget you're working on should cover all of the resources, the investment that's required upfront, the marketing funds needed. That is, you should have a clear idea of the marketing budget. Also, it should include the inventory costs and costs to provide customers with support services. And also, you should forecast the product sales and profits, usually on a quarterly basis. Projections should also include timelines. As a conclusion, we need to repeat the highlights, summarize the target market, describe the product, discuss the communication plan, and also give reasons why the plan is the best choice. Going forward, we are going to focus on forecasting, and more specifically describe the different types of forecasting methods, as well as their advantages and disadvantages, and also look at some methods that will help us improve the accuracy of forecasts. Accuracy is very important when you come to forecast because overestimating demand increases inventory costs, and on the other hand, underestimating the demand leads to some lost sales opportunities and as well as profits. So forecasting is a complex method that involves a combination of quantitative and qualitative techniques. Let's look at a couple of forecasting methods. One of them is called judgment techniques, which pretty much include customer surveys, expert opinion, and estimates by salespeople. There's a forecasting method known as time series techniques, which is well known to almost everyone in marketing and outside of the marketing functional area. So time series techniques are several. One of them is called trend analysis, where you are estimating future sales based on data from past sales. So you're really looking at past data to be able to project sales in the future. Correlational analysis, these are estimate sales based on the trends of other variables. That's why it's called correlational analysis, because you're establishing something based on correlation with other variables. Then we look at another forecasting method, which is called response models, which is based on how customers have responded in the past to marketing strategies. And another popular forecasting method is the so-called market test, which is an experiment in launching a new offering in a limited market in order to gain real-world knowledge of how the market will react to the company's product. So how do we build better forecasts? We need to focus on a couple of things. We need to be absolutely accurate. We need to pick up the right method for your business, depending on the business and depending on the decision making. We also need to use several methods, not just one. And then we need to actually track actual results and adjust our forecasting. Going forward, let's just look at real quick at marketing planning and evaluation. So marketing plans are created frequently. The key to a successful ongoing marketing strategy is twofold. Causality, this is the relationship between two variables, whereby one variable is a direct consequence of the other, and control, the degree to which you can separate the effects of a variable on a consequence. Marketing control is the ability to manipulate variables such as how a marketing plan is implemented, and statistical control is mathematically removing the influence of a variable on an outcome so as to isolate the cause of the problem. What is a marketing audit? Marketing audit is a snapshot of the state of the company's marketing strategies as they're actually implemented. So imagine if you take a snapshot of marketing strategies, marketing activities as they're being implemented. An examination of all of the company's marketing activities. So when we do marketing audit, we have to focus on fidelity. That is the degree to which the plan is being implemented. So as you can imagine, the plan is being previously created, and then you get engaged in different marketing activities with the purpose of implementing that plan. And so when you do a marketing audit, which is done by external stakeholders, they are looking at how closely the plan correlates with the execution. So the top 10 factors a marketing audit should assess are customer satisfaction scores and the number and type of customer complaints, key factors that impacted the business for good or for bad during the past year, the satisfaction levels of distributors, retailers, and other value chain members, the marketing knowledge, attitude, and satisfaction of executive involved in the decision and execution, the extent to which the marketing program was marketed internally and bought into by top managers and non-marketing executives. Number 6, did the offering meet the customer's needs as expected, and was the offering competitive advantage defensible? The performance of the organization's advertising, promotion, sales, and marketing, whether the marketing plan achieved its stated financial and non-financial goals, whether the individual's elements marketing plans achieved their stated financial and non-financial goals, the current value of the brand and customer equity for each brand in the product portfolio. With this, I'm going to conclude the chapter on the marketing plan, and I wish you the best of luck in developing the marketing plans for your organizations. If there is any questions, please feel free to contact me by email or phone or come to my virtual office hour. It's been a pleasure teaching you and having you in my class, and I look forward to meeting some of you in the future. Best of luck with your program of study.